Hello and how are you? My name is Mahindo Bark and I welcome you to another episode of learning how to create a mobile application using Flutter. Yesterday we started a fresh playlist or a fresh series where we're going to master different user interfaces that we can possibly do with what? With Flutter. It's going to be a very long series, and by the time you finish, you'll be able to do almost any kind of user interface that you may need to do. So you should stick around so that you get these experiences that we're going to go through in this course. So first and foremost, I created a project that we'll have to start with. That project, it comes with images, it comes with assets that you will need to start with. So instead of you looking for your own assets, your own images, your own dummy data, you go ahead and download that Scratch project. So after downloading it from the GitHub link that I'll put in the description of this video, after downloading it, then you will put it in your project, in your computer. So you'll start with that computer. You'll start with that project. So everything that you're going to build, you'll be building on top of that project. So it is just an empty project, but it has just only a few assets that I don't need you to suffer looking for them. So go ahead and download that project that is in the description of this video. Then after downloading it, put it in your computer, run it for the first time, and then take it from there. So by doing like that, you'll be able to catch up with us. So without wasting much time, let's go ahead and start our today's lecture. We always do 40 minutes. As you can see, our count has started counting. So this is the project that we are doing. So you can see we have here Instagram screen that we did yesterday, and also the TikTok splash screen that we did yesterday. So today we're going to do the Twitter splash screen and also maybe the Facebook splash screens. So those one will give you enough experience of how you can do it. You can do your own splash screen. So without wasting much time, let's go ahead and start, right? So we're going to do this first, the Twitter splash screen, okay? So what we're going to do, we are just going to copy one of the splash screens that we did yesterday, for example, this of TikTok, and then we duplicate it, then we'll just modify a few things that we think we will need. So we're going to come here, say TikTok, and then copy and paste it, and then I'll just simply come here and say splash Twitter. Okay, so it's a splash screen for Twitter, so it is this one here. So I'm going to go ahead and change the class here. Instead of Twitter, I'll press Ctrl F and press Alt and Enter so I can multi-edit. And then I'll come and remove this TikTok and put Twitter. All right. So after doing that, I'm going to remove a few things. For example, let me just remove everything in the scaffold so that we can start our own scaffold from scratch. Okay. Okay, so something like this. So everything is empty, as you can see. So what we're going to do, we're going to add this Twitter splash screen in our home page so that someone should be able to navigate to this splash screen. So I'll come back here and then I'm going to add it here. So to add it here, we'll just simply come to our menu route and then come and change this one. Okay, let's be adding the top that we do, we'll be adding them on top. So I'll just come and change this one and duplicate it. Okay, and then I'll just simply come and say this one is what? Is Twitter, and then it will be taking out to the Twitter screen. I'll import the Twitter screen from here. All right, so I'll save. After saving, you'll be able to see the Twitter is there. So when I click on Twitter, it takes me to the empty screen, this one of Twitter that we just created. So I believe everyone can do this at this point. Okay, so let's go ahead and start designing the Twitter splash screen. So then the Twitter splash screen, what we'll do, we'll go ahead and come to this. I'll just be copying here my code as I explain it. Okay, so as you can see, we're beginning here with the scaffold. After scaffold, we give it the background color of Twitter. So I'll just simply come to my scaffold and then give it a background color. So with the scaffold itself, we give it the background color of Twitter. So you just simply say color and then you put there the color is it. So you can click here to modify. Okay, you can click here to modify here. So that's how I create color. So when I save, you'll see I'll have that kind of screen for Twitter splash screen. Let me disable Copilot so it should not disturb me. Disable completion. Good. All right, so I'll go ahead and add the app bar. So I'll explain the app bar. So for your case, you just pause the video and start creating the app bar yourself. So this is the app bar. It is having this is the app bar. It is having the background color of white, okay, and then it is having elevation of 0 and the tool height is 0. So here in simple terms, I'm eliminating the app bar. And then it has the system overlay parameter. You know, this system overlay parameter is the one that will help us to set this color on top here. So I'll press Alt and Enter so it can be imported. So the system overlay parameter, it will take the status icon brightness and make it light, and then status color and of icons and make it this color of Twitter. So when I save, you'll see I'll have that kind of a status bar. I hope you can see that. So if I save, everything will be all right. So the next thing, I'm going to add this icon in the middle. So what I'll do, I'll just simply come and begin with adding a container that I'll give the width infinity and height infinity. So just simply come here to the body and give it a body of container, and give it width of infinity and height of infinity. All right, so after creating the container, we are going to give it alignment of center. So we're going to give it alignment of center. Okay, so after doing that, we're going to go ahead and add now our icon here. So it's going to be a child of this container. So in the child of container, we're going to have stack, so it can be centered. So just simply come and put here stack. Child that will take stack, and then in this stack we're going to have we're going to have children, and then those children is we're going to put we're going to put a container again. Okay, so put again container here, and then after putting container, we're going to have another child inside this container. In this child, so we're going to put a column. So in case you want to write the word in after Twitter, you can put there a column. Okay, I'm going to put a column. So just simply come here and put column. Okay, all right. So in this column, it's going to take children, and those children, it is where we're going to put our image asset. So I'll just simply come up here and paste the image asset here. All right. So in this image asset, well, you'll see a class called img.get. This img.get is just a simple class that I created, okay, so that you can reuse it. It will help you to add the assets path, and then go ahead and get the icon in the asset folder. So as I told you, you must have our our Scratch project, so you can be able to get all these images without you searching for them. So if I press Ctrl and click on this img, you will see it is nothing but just an image class that is helping us to do to load images. It just simply attach the word asset and then images, and then return for you the name that is passed. So like this. So you don't need to again press the word asset again and again. All right. So I'll go ahead and save. Okay. So you'll be able to see that I'm having that kind of art of Twitter. So one more thing, I have to align the item in this column. So I'm going to give it alignment. In this container here, I give it alignment of center. Okay. First remove this. Okay, so I have to remove. I can even remove this and remove this. All of them are just equal. And make it center. Yeah, so like that, you'll be able to get the Twitter splash screen. So I hope you've learned how to make such kind of a splash screen. So in case you want to make your own splash screen and even color this top side that you're seeing here, the status bar, you will use that kind of technique of using the app bar and then give it a system bar. Give it a system overlay UI. So that is how we make a Twitter splash screen. I hope you've understood and it's not that much complicated. All right, so let's finish by creating a Facebook splash screen. So this is how Facebook splash screen looks like. This is how the Facebook splash screen look like. Let's go ahead and create this Facebook splash screen. So what we'll do, we'll just duplicate this one of Twitter. And then remove everything, okay? So I'll just simply come here to this file of Twitter, okay, and then paste it, and then come and call this one Facebook splash screen. All right, so I'll just simply come and change, Ctrl F, Alt and Enter. You see, I select the whole word and then press Ctrl F and press Alt and Enter, and then I come and change this word to to Facebook. Sorry, like this. All right, so let's go ahead and add this Facebook to our home screen. So our home screen is here, the menu route. So I'll go ahead and duplicate this top one, okay? So I should have here Facebook, and then put here Facebook, and then I import it. All right, so by doing like that, we'll have our Facebook UI. So in open Facebook, it is this one. So let's go ahead and remove everything that is there. So let's click on Facebook. That is an empty screen of Facebook. All right, so let's go ahead and do the Facebook UI step by step. So the first thing, we're going to give it the background of color white. So I just simply come and give this one background color white. Okay, so after giving the scaffold color of white, I'm going to give the up bar and make it white and give it overlay of white. So I already explained this one. I've just explained it. So everything will be white. After doing that, the next thing, I'm going to now give the body a container. So just simply come and give here body and give it container. All right, so it's going to have a child, and this child is going to have stack. So this container will have infinity height, infinity width, okay, like this, and then you give the child of stack. So stack is going to take children, and then these children are going to be the first container is going to have the Facebook icon, okay? So just simply come here and give it the Facebook icon. So this is nothing but a container which has an image asset as a child, and this image asset is just an image of Facebook icon. So if you have the project that I shared with you, if you began with that, you'll be able to get that Facebook icon image without you suffering much. Okay, so let me import. So when I save, you'll see I have that Facebook. All right, so that's beautiful. So after having this first one, so we're going to put this Facebook, and then you put the icon of user, chat, and then marketplace, and then the eye, something like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So I'll go ahead and get and create a container. So come here and put container after the after this first container. So give it a child. So in this child, we're going to give it a column. Okay, so I'm going to give it I'm going to give it a column. All right, so but before you put column, I will have to give it the margin of 30. So I'll just simply come here and say margin symmetric 30. All right, so after doing that, we're going to give it children. Okay, after giving it children, I hope members are together. Okay, I'm going to give it now I'm going to give it the main axis size should be as minimum as possible. So I'll come here and give main axis size to be minimum as possible. I save. So in the children of this column, we are going to put what? We are going to put text. All right, so I'll go and put here text. So we'll go ahead and import my style. So this my style, style. So this my style is some user interface. A styling theme that I created for you, so that you don't need to again create everything by yourself. Okay. So if you press Ctrl and click on it, you'll see here I have different themes that are created for you. For body 1, for body 2, for body 3, for display. It will help you to change different sizes. Okay. So for you, just simply say my text and import it, and then say body dot context, and then you say if not, you put here the explanation mark, then you say dot copy, and then here after saying dot copy, and then you start giving the colors. So by doing like this, it will maintain the theme of of your application, all right, without tampering with it. So I'll go ahead and give it color and give it also font weight. So when I save, I should be able to see Facebook, but it should be on top there. All right, so after doing that, the next thing we're going to do, okay, so the next thing we're going to do what? We're going to put a container of height 8, so that you can separate the words from the icons. So come here and put container of height 8, and then after I can save. All right, so then after I go ahead and put now the icons. Okay, so these icons are going to be just in a row. I believe you know how to create a row. So I'm just going to put here my row that's going to have as minimum main axis as possible. It's going to have children. So each children is just a what? An icon that has a what? That has a an icon that has a color of gray 500 and size of 19. Okay, so you can modify this one as you want. So when I save, I should be able to do what? To see this. Okay. All right. So the on top, for them to become on bottom, what we're going to do? We're going to position them. See. So come here. Supposed to be in stock here. Let me see where I've skipped. So this column is not supposed to be there. And this one. All right, so I have my stack. It is accepting 2 containers, so it should be stack that has 2 containers. Okay, so the first container is the image, so it's going to be stack, and then it has contained the first container, the image, then the next container is the is this one. Okay, all right, so let me just position it. So since it is in stack, okay, so you should have something like that. So just go ahead and give it a position. So come here and surround it with, for example, center, and then say positioned, and then after come and give it bottom, and then say 10. Okay, so I'll center it by giving width infinity, but that's okay. So disappear. All right, so what I'm going to do, let's keep anything. I'd already designed it. Actually, main main is infinity, alignment is center. I don't know whether I skipped anything. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do, just going to do it simple. I'm just going to change this tag to what? To column. Okay, and then I'm going to put here on top, I'm going to put spacer like this, just do a simple way. And then I'm going to put another spacer between this column. Okay, so it can be in the middle here, and then I'll solve the problem. So there are so many ways of how you can achieve the same thing. So there we go. So you can see it's just a simple column, then you have spacer, then you have the container that has the image of Facebook, then you have a spacer, and then you have, you can even remove this position, you don't need it. Then you have a container that has what? That has a column which has Facebook, and then the row that has icons, and that's it. Okay, so yeah, so this one has margins, not that create the space below here. So I hope you've understood how you can achieve a Facebook a Facebook splash screen. So we have created a splash screen for Facebook. Okay, we have created a splash screen for Twitter. We have created a splash screen for Instagram, and then a splash screen for what? For TikTok. So you can think creatively of how you can come up with maybe your own splash screen or something that is even much more better than these ones. So this knowledge you can put together and see how you can make good use of it. All right, so the next thing we're going to do, we're going to now look at something really different, something really new. We're going to do what? We're going to create the bottom sheets. Okay, these bottom sheets, they are the one that we're going to create. Okay, so we're going to create these bottom navigation. This is what we're going to create, like being able to navigate like this. So this is what we're going to do step by step. So all right, let's go ahead and see how we can achieve. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create another section where I'm going to put the bottom navigation. As you can see here, I organize my code in what? In sections. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put another section here. Another directory. You can call them bottom navigation. All right, bottom navigation. So this is it, okay? The bottom navigation. All right. So in this bottom navigation, we're going to have now the basic bottom. So, but before we do that, let's first display it on the home. So I'll just first close all the things that I have opened and then come to our menu route or the main routing. I'm going to go on top and create another one. For what? For the bottom navigation. All right, so that's where we're going to be putting the bottom navigation things, okay? So first things first, we're going to go ahead and add what? And add the first bottom navigation that we're going to look at, which is called basic, or what we call basic bottom navigation. So that's the screen that you're going to create. Okay, so we can just simply come here and create our fresh screen. So inside the bottom navigation, make sure that you're in the right folder, then say new, then say file, and then you're going to call it basic bottom navigation. .dat. So that's the name of a file. Let's go ahead and create the screen. Basic bottom navigation. Then I go ahead and import. Remove this. Yeah, so there we go. So after doing that, so I'm going to navigate to this screen. So to navigate that screen, we'll just simply come to there's a bracket here. Right. Okay, so I'm going to navigate to this screen by just simply coming to our main route, and then we're going to duplicate here something that can be clickable like this one, and then paste it here, and then come and copy the bottom navigation class, and then put it here, and then you call it basic call it what? Basic bottom navigation. So since all of them they are under bottom navigation, so you don't need to do what? To repeat ourselves in wording. So basic bottom navigation. So this is the one here. All right. So when I click here, it should take me to the what? To this screen that has nothing. So now let's see how we can turn that screen to have something like this. Okay, something like this. So I'll come to the code that I already created. Okay. Okay, the first thing, we are going to create a what? Our list of items, okay? The list of items that are going to appear in this home screen. I mean in this home, in this menu. That's what we're going to begin with. So to do that, we're going to just simply come and create a list of bottom items. I can call it navs, I can call it maybe bottom items, something like that, okay? So let's go ahead and create that list. So I can come here and create it. So I'm going to explain everything. So I'm going to import this bottom nav. It is nothing but our class that we created. I'm going to explain it, and then I go ahead and import this this icon. So this is nothing but a final list of items, or the bottom navigation items, that is accepting a list or multiple items of what? Of bottom nav. Bottom nav is a class that we created ourselves. If you press Ctrl and click on it, it will take you to where it is. It is here under what? Under models. So instead of you creating this by yourself, I had to create for you. It's just nothing but a what? But a class. So you can focus on the user interface. Just a class of bottom navigation that has a string, that has icon data, that can accept different colors, that has Boolean of true or false, and also the badge text in case you want to display something in the badge. Then it accepts the constructor, whereby the constructor, it will take the title and the icon and the color. It has multiple constructors, or what we call constructor overriding, where I can even patch multiple things. But this is the most constructor that we use most. Okay, so that is our simple class. I already shared it with the Scratch file that I shared in the description. All right, so if I go back here to our main to our bottom navigation, you'll see that we now have that list of these items, and they're here. Okay, so this is the list that's going to appear in bottom. So if you want maybe to add more lists, something like that, I can go ahead and do sure. All right, so you can think really much more better than this. Okay. All right, so after, you see, I've just added one more item. So after having your menu items, all things that are going to appear in the menu, you proceed to the next thing. We're going to go ahead and do what? And create the current item that is being looked at, and also maybe the context. Okay, so I'll come here and then create these two things. The first one is called current index equals to 0. So that is the one that will help you to control your screen or your navigation. Then whereby when something will be changing, the index will be updating that one. Okay, so now this build context, it is the one that we're going to use for what? For accessing the context. All right, so after doing that, let's proceed. We're going to go ahead and put on back press. Okay, this on back press is a listener that will be working in case someone clicks what? Click back. Okay, but it's optional. But you just take action when someone clicks on the back icon. So after doing that, the next thing I'm going to do, now we come to our scaffold. So let us look carefully into this scaffold. It has what we call silver up bar, which is the one that you see here on top. Okay, so I can collapse this silver up bar. Then it has the silver list. Let us also collapse this one. For us, let us concentrate on the bottom sheet. So you can see scaffold, it even gives you the parameter for what? For bottom sheet. Okay, for bottom navigator. It comes with Flutter in a way that you don't need to do what? To hard code it by yourself. So I'm going to come here and say to a scaffold, let's go ahead and create a scaffold. So we'll come here to placeholder and remove it and return what? Scaffold. So in this scaffold, we're going to do what? We're going to give it what? Bottom navigation bar. All right. So this bottom navigation bar, you see it is just within the scaffold. So it knows that sometimes you also need the bottom navigation bar. So this bottom navigation bar, it takes bottom navigation, this one here. So I'm going to copy it and I will just be explaining. Okay, let me just copy this first one, okay? So it takes what we call bottom navigation. Just come here and put bottom navigation. And that's all. So I'll import, okay? So the first thing that it requires, the bottom navigation, it is the items. Remember, I've already created our items here, called items nav. So it will just go ahead and ask for items, and then you give it items. So when I save, so I have to turn them into a map like this. So I have to come and say here dot to map, and then this to map, it's going to loop through these items. So as it is looping through them, it will be giving you that particular item. So you can pause the video and look at this properly. It is item.toMap, and then you open curly bracket, and then you put what you're going to receive per looping. So you can even make a decision from here, you see. And then after, you display the bottom navigation bar item. This is the item that has to appear there, that will accept an icon and will accept also the title. So if I go ahead and check, you can find multiple things that this bottom bar navigation can do what can take. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and save so far and see. Okay, all right, so we proceed. So I've put the bottom navigation and the items, so let's see how we add more things. All right, so the next thing that we're going to do, we're going to set now this bottom navigation. I've already added the items, so let's go ahead and set a few things. For example, the background color, remember the color is white. Okay, so I have to come here and say background color inside this bottom navigation. So I can keep it what? I can keep it blue dark. So you can have the what? The background color of bottom navigation as blue. All right, so after doing that, I'm going to add the what? The selected color. Like when the item is selected, which color should it be? Okay, so I'm going to make it what? I'm going to make it white. Okay, the next thing, use indicator color. Okay, what should be the indicator color that will be used when someone hovers over? So I can go ahead and put here. Okay, save. Next, you can see our icons have started coming. All right, okay, so the next thing is set the current index. Like which index do you want to be the current? Okay, so go ahead and do what? Place it here like this. Remember, we have our index, this one here. By default is what? It is 0. So by default is at home. Okay, so what else? On top, when someone clicks on an item like this, what do you want to do? You may need to update the index so you can be able to make a decision. So you can come here and put on top, and then you check who has ringed. So come here on the bottom sheet and add on tap. So like when someone taps, it should update the status of where someone has clicked. Okay. Yeah, that's how you create a bottom sheet. So let us go ahead and I don't know why the colors, it's not this reflecting. I've set the color here. All right. Let me first go back. Let me restart the app because it's supposed to do what? It's supposed to update the color. Let me restart the app. So we're going to achieve something like this. Let us start the app. Okay, it's taking time to compile, but no problem. I don't know which emulator I'm using. Let's come this side. All right. Okay. Yeah, so that's it. Let me see what could be causing it not to. Let me change the emulator here. Okay, so the up bar, did we set it? I think no. Let's go ahead and set the up bar. Let's import. All right. Okay, I'm going to find out why mine is not turning to the blue color that I'm setting, which is here. What is the background color? Oh yeah, I see the problem. I put just the wrong color here. You see, I put the wrong background color. Okay, that's the problem. So I have to put this one here. No, this is not the one. I have to put this one. Yep, I've been doing the wrong thing, eh? So put correct color, then should be able to show up, I hope. Okay, let's have a break. When you come back, I'll fix this issue. I don't know why it's not updating, eh? Supposed to update to this blue, but it has refused. Is indicate color, I think. Okay, I think there's a problem with my emulator, but I'm going to figure. And then when you come back, you should be able to work. Okay, we're going to have a short break of 10 minutes, and then we come back for another session. So in the next session, we're going to finish this, and I see what is causing it not to act as it works supposed to. And then we're going to do what? We're going to implement these things. Let me show you what we're going to implement. Supposed to be like this. That's how I want it to be like. So I'm going to figure and see what could be the reason. Okay, so then we'll go ahead and implement we'll go ahead and implement these others. This one with a light background, the one that we are using right now, and also go ahead and implement this kind of design, and also go ahead and implement the one with a badge, this one where I can have such kind of a badge. So that's what we're going to implement when you come back, and then if time will allow, we'll go ahead and implement the bottom sheets, these ones. Okay, so don't give up, just let's go ahead and have some rest. So 20 past, we should be back here and start 20 past. I'm going to try to figure out what has caused this one, eh? So let's come back and see 20 past and then fix this, and then proceed with learning other things. All right, so see you 20 past 3.